Today, I'm really excited to share with you about one of our tenants that lived in one of our lease option properties, who after 2 years exercised the option and was able to walk into $175,000 of equity. My name is Shiloh Lundahl, and you are watching the Improved channel focused on real estate investing. So I'd really appreciate it if you could click on that like button and click on the subscribe button so that you can be sure to catch all of the videos that we have so that you can learn more about investing successfully in real estate. The lease options that we've been doing over the last few years have really proven to be profitable for both us as investors and also for the tenants that we have that have lived in the properties and that have started to exercise those options. Just recently, in the last 2 months, we've had 3 of our tenants exercise their options, and they've been each able to walk into a ton of equity. As I said at the beginning of this video, one of our tenants was able to walk into nearly $175,000 of equity. We're really excited that we get to play a part in helping our tenants get to a place where they can qualify for a loan and become a home owner. It's the American dream for so many people to own their own home. And when people can't buy a property because of either their credit's not where it needs to be, or maybe they don't have the down payment saved up yet, it's been awesome for us to be able to work with them to help them along the way get connected with other bankers or other people in order to help them get their credit where it needs to be and give them a little bit of time to work on saving up that down payment. And they get to go in and purchase that property. They're so happy to finally become homeowners. And we're really happy to actually be a part of that. So here's David's story. So here I am down in Eloy with my friend, David Thornton. And so back in, I think it was December of 2017, I believe.
Yes.
David, who grew up in the city of Eloy and knows the area really well, we got this property and we went in and we fixed it up. There were some things that had happened that we had to come in and take care of, and there was a room in the back that we turned into like a mother-in-law area, and which worked out really well for him because he had some family that were going to come and live with him. But let's take a look at this house real quick just from the front. So this house is a large home. How big is the house?
3,800 square feet.
So 3,800. Holy cow. So again, there's some big trees in front, but man, you can hardly see how big it is. But it's a large home. It's a beautiful home right across from the park here in Eloy. And so I just wanted David to kind of go on the camera with us and talk about what his experience was in working with us and also in being able to buy this home. Go ahead.
Well, hello out there. I mean, my name is David Thornton. And basically, you know, we came and got in this house, and the intentions were 3 years ago to get in a house that we really liked and that was really taken care of and well fixed up. And that's what this was. And we're working with Jason and Shiloh and making this happen, and they were outstanding. Well, we were in it for 3 years. They did exactly what they said they were gonna do. And the house is wonderful, beautiful. My wife fell in love with it. And we were able to actually, you know, by doing it the way we did it, we were able to, you know, come in the house and get about $175,000 worth of equity, which is amazing. And we just really love the place. We really enjoy where we're at. And because we grew up in Eloy, I know a lot of people aren't fond of Eloy, but we were. So I just want to say that Shiloh's been amazing. You know, I got a chance to meet his family, and you know, they'll do what they say they'll do, and make sure that things work out for you.
Cool. Thanks, David. So appreciate it.
No problem.
That was great. All right. You have a good one.
Okay.
Isn't that neat that he was able to walk into so much equity? Now, that doesn't happen on all of the deals that people have done with us. That's only happened on a few of them, and it happened because there was so much appreciation over the last few years. You know, when we got the property, and this is kind of the breakdown of how we got the property. We bought the property for about $78,000. Okay, it was from an older gentleman that was just looking to sell it. His health was kind of declining, and he just needed to sell the home and maybe move back in with family. There had been, I think, a flood at some point, and so it had some water damage before we got to the property. So we converted the back area into a mother-in-law suite. And so after spending about $35,000 into repairs, plus the additional, $78,000, plus some hard money costs and some holding costs, we were all into the property about $115,000 to maybe $120,000. Okay. Then we looked at it, we thought, okay, right now at the market, this property could probably appraise for $180,000. But when we do the lease options, we will usually increase the purchase price by about 10%, maybe 7 to 10%. On this property, we thought there was going to be a little bit more appreciation, and so we actually brought up the purchase price to just over $200,000. And then, David, who had lived in the city of Eloy, grew up there, knew the area. He was excited to come in and have this beautiful property. Now, what's interesting, the city of Eloy is not known to be a city, that's beautiful and all of those things. No offense to anybody who lives in Eloy, but truthfully, you probably know too, it's not a super beautiful city. But he had grown up there. He had family there. And so he goes and he's able to go and get into this beautiful home that was just right for him and his family. I don't think that we could have sold that home to someone else for that price because, again, it was just in a neighborhood that wouldn't be a great neighborhood. It's the only house that looks like that all around. You can get some other houses that are really nice, maybe on the outskirts, but not in that city. He gets the home, and then what happened was, this huge market appreciation happened, and then the house just kept growing in value and growing in value and growing in value. Now, some people might think, as an investor, you did a horrible job. You basically gave $175,000 to somebody. Well, not exactly. We were fine with making our profit of about $80,000. We were totally fine with that. And when it comes to a lease option, we lease the property to somebody, and we're able to lease it at just a little bit above market rent because they want to own the home. And so they're willing to pay just that little bit of a premium in order to be able to have the opportunity to own that home. So we were able to cash flow. Now, we didn't cash flow a lot on the property because there were high property taxes on that specific property. And because of the loan was kind of in a 20-year loan. So all of those things made it so that our cash flow wasn't great. It was about $200 or $300, I think, on that one property. But we were able to lock in that $80,000 gain. Plus, as that property was getting paid down, we were able to capitalize on all that debt pay down. So overall, this property, we probably gained about $100,000 on this property. So we were happy with that, and we were fine just keeping that as our profit. But because of the market increase, what was great about that was he was able to capitalize on all of that increase above $200,000. We had no idea that the market was going to increase so much. But we were happy that he was able to go in and be able to capitalize on that, because I don't think that we could have sold that same property to somebody else for that same price that it appraised for. And the reason is because of the neighborhood. Now, if you get somebody that really wants to live there because they have family ties, because they really like the home, or maybe they just like the neighborhood, then great, you have somebody that really wants that property. And so that is what happened here with David. He wanted to live there, had family really close, wanted a beautiful home in an area that he grew up in. So it worked out perfect for him. If you can work with good tenants and the tenants work really well with you, you can make lease options a great opportunity for both the buyer and the seller. And I'm going to go a lot more into lease options because that's one of our specialty in several of my future videos. So if you liked this, I would really encourage you to subscribe and like the video. That will help me be able to reach out to more investors so that they can learn more about these strategies. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.